I'm looking for a change and I try, but I can't find it. I'm looking for a justice. I'm looking for a peace, but these guns on the streets keep popping, keep popping. Why can't we be finding peace? Why can't we be ending all this beef? Why can't we just get along? Peace is right and war is wrong.
I think at some point we have to eliminate this myth of white people using crack cocaine to destroy black people. And a lot of black people will say like, hey, you fucking crazy, MD, man. What the fuck is you talking about? White people put crack cocaine in our communities, man. What is you talking about? They put it in our communities all across the United States, man. What is you talking about? You fucking crazy. And to those people, I would just want to be able to say this. And let's just use our common sense and let's use logic on this situation. If a white person right now had 10 kilos of cocaine, right? And he went into the most impoverished ghetto that he could. And just say it's a corner, just say it's a park that everybody usually went to. And he put 10 keys of cocaine right there on that corner. Now let's just stop there. Because that's what you're saying. You're saying that white people put the crack cocaine in the community. So yeah, a white person put 10 bricks of cocaine right there in your community, right there on that corner. Now, by those bricks of cocaine being on that corner, right there, it kills nobody. It destroys nobody. They're just bricks of cocaine wrapped up, sitting on the corner. And they'll probably be washed away when it starts raining and all that type of shit. But they're just sitting there. They can't hurt anybody. People can walk by, look at it. It won't hurt you if you looked at it. It won't hurt you if you stared at it. It doesn't have a certain smell that can fucking kill you, whatever it may be. It's just sitting there. Now, the person that actually goes up to that corner and takes that brick of cocaine, go back home and mix it up or whatever it is, baking soda, whatever the formula is to turn it into crack, to actually bag that shit on up and actually go out there in the corners and find people that are drug addicts and sell it directly to them. Those are the people that fucked up your community. Let's just be honest. Now, if a white person done that, somebody needs to talk about it. Can you really imagine a white person going into your black community selling drugs to your own people? Probably no. You can't imagine that. That would never. That probably would never ever happen. Can you imagine a black drug dealer in the early 80s and 90s or whatever it may be buying keys and keys of cocaine from a white person? And if they did do it, you'll probably be like, man, you gotta know that motherfucker's an informant. You gotta know he's working for the federal government. Like, I cannot picture a black person in that era, or even pretty much now, is gonna go over to a white dude and be like, hey, let me get a couple keys of cocaine. And even if he's selling, even if he has the cocaine for you to buy, it takes the individual to actually buy the cocaine, turn it into crack, put it in bags, and actually sell it in the community. That person that does that is glamorized in black America. The black drug dealer is glamorized. And what's so crazy about it too is that the same black drug dealers that destroy all these black families with their heroin, with the cocaine, with whatever drug, whatever narcotic that they've been serving the black community, when they get caught, they the first ones talking all this shit about, hey, you giving me too much time. Man, why am I supposed to get Why I get 10, 15 years? Why I get 9 years? Why I get this amount of time and all that type of stuff? But the black drug dealer who's complaining about that was not complaining when he was making all the money from them drugs. He didn't give a fuck about no law. He didn't give a fuck about no time. He knew about that time. He knew about all that shit, but he still took the chance. He didn't care about all the black families he was destroying. All those black addicted mamas and all that type of shit. All those crack babies and shit like that. He didn't care about none of that shit. All he cared about was money. He did not even care about the human black life at all. Because if he did, he would not be selling drugs to him. So he didn't care. So why the fuck should anybody have sympathy for a drug dealer? Especially when they get to talking about how much time you get. Why should anybody have any sympathy? You destroying your own people. You poisoning your own people. And you do not give a fuck about your own people like that because you didn't even care and shit. When you was getting rich about that shit, you ain't care. You only start caring until after you get caught. That's when you started caring. For yourself. Not for you. There's no saying I'm sorry to all the black families and shit that you destroyed. All the black mamas that got hooked onto that shit. All the black fathers that got hooked on that shit that wasn't being able to raise their own children and shit. Who wasn't able to give their children a good Christmas, a good birthday, because they buying your drugs. But you're not. There's no apologies to none of that. None.